What's up guys, today? So this week on Twitter, there was this girl from the US who was trending for all the wrong reasons. She's basically the worst example of what a foreigner is supposed to be. Anyway, so Kristen Gray, she is a very, very poor American who could barely afford to pay rent. No, she's actually not that poor. She decided to go to Bali to, in her own words, stack some bread and live an elevated lifestyle. Now, the whole idea behind her move is actually not much of a problem. People move for economic reasons all the time. South African professionals love moving to Western countries because the currencies are much stronger, which means you're earning a lot more money, and if you plan on coming, especially if you plan on coming back to South Africa, you're gonna be living a much better life. Americans who are struggling in America will move to third world countries because life is just cheaper there. Like, it makes financial sense. Anyway, so it turns out this Kristen Gray girl got arrested and is about to be deported for plenty of reasons, including overstaying her visa. And it got me thinking, what happens if you overstay your visa as a foreigner? I feel like this is something I should know as a foreigner, which is awkward, but anyways, let's find out. Okay, so first of all, it turns out that overstaying your visa is actually quite common. Like, it happens all the time for plenty of reasons. Some of these reasons might include just not going back home. This is pretty much what Kristen Gray did. She got a visa and she decided just not to go home. There are other reasons besides, being an idiot. If you're a student, you might have extended your degree, which means that you need to stay a bit longer beyond your visa. There might be a viral outbreak that results in borders being closed. There are plenty of reasons, life happens. But when your visa expires, what do you think actually happens to you? Nothing, actually. Nothing. They're not gonna come look for you. They have no idea where you live. Can you imagine how many people cross a border every single day? Like, do you think they would actually track and make sure that you leave the country? Nah, they're not gonna do that shit. A big chunk of illegal foreigners anywhere in the world, not just South Africa, are actually due to people overstaying their visas. But if somebody snitches on you, then yeah, I know it's late for you, because now they actually do know where you live and they will not hesitate to take you out, because overstaying a visa is something that happens so frequently. Most visas will give you the option to extend the visa, but not the 30-day free visa entry time. Nah, not those ones. Nah. Those ones you probably have to exit the country and then come back in again. For South Africa, most visas allow you to extend them 60 days before they actually expire. Indonesia, the one where this girl was trapped, I think it's at least 7 days. So 7 days before your visa expires, you go and apply for an extension. So it is very possible to avoid overstaying your visa, okay? As a foreigner, you should be responsible enough to know when your visa expires, and if you know you're gonna need an extension, you need to plan ahead and make sure you apply for that extension before it expires. Now, what if it does expire? In Bali, they actually charge you R1 million per day for each day that you've overstayed. But if you overstay for longer than 60 days, they will deport your ass, or they'll put you in prison for 5 years, or both. Obviously, prison first and then deportation, because like it'll be very awkward to send you back to your country, be like, no, come back. But in a lot of cases, they're not gonna put you in prison, because that means they're gonna spend a lot more money to put you in prison when you're supposed to be out of the country anyway. So in a lot of cases, they're just gonna chase you out of the country, unless if you do something really heinous. That's Indonesia. What about South Africa? If you overstay for less than 30 days, they'll ban you for 12 months and they'll give you a fine based on how long you overstay. If you stay for longer than 30 days though, wow, that's a bigger problem. They will mark you as undesirable, obviously, and they'll ban you from the country for at least 5 years, maybe even longer, and they'll give you a fine. Of course, you don't have to pay that fine because there's no way they can force you. But if you do ever want to come back to the country, you have to go through this very tedious process. As a foreigner, you want to stay away from having problems with the immigration department of any country. It is literally the worst department of a government that you can deal with as a foreigner. It is a long process, it is stressful, and the worst case is they might even reject you. And imagine if you have a life there, if you have a family there, or if you've got friends there. So if you ever have plans on revisiting a country, make sure you behave, okay? Make sure you don't overstay or go on Twitter and tell people how to dodge authorities. In case you're wondering what happened to the people, the foreigners who were stuck in South Africa during the lockdown back in March. Oh, what a year. Well, it was easy. The government just extended their visas. So, like I said, overstaying is very common. People used to overstay a lot when I was studying back in varsity because there were protests. You know, the government would always extend visas by like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, a year, just to give people a chance to finish off whatever they're doing. They're not gonna punish you for not being able to go back home, eh? So, you know, we are dealing with humans, thankfully. As for this girl, this American Kristen Gray, I highly doubt she's ever going to be able to re-enter Bali. I wouldn't be surprised if surrounding countries also ban her from entering, because she did a lot of messy things, eh? Not only did she tell the world that Indonesia is queer friendly, it is not. Actually, that statement just shows how misinformed and how she just made no effort to integrate into the society. Like, Indonesia is anything but queer friendly. She was encouraging people to travel from a high-risk country to another high-risk country. She was selling an ebook on how to beat the system illegally. Why would you do that? That is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard of. Kristen, if you're watching this, why did you do that? Anyways, there's videos on the screen right now. YouTube thinks you're gonna like at least one of these. And don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, you know, for that algorithm. Okay, have a good day.